Greetings, everyone. I hope you're having a blessed day. Just want to share this little reason with you, or reasoning. And I'm speaking from experience. And I'm sure there are a lot of people who can relate to what I'm about to talk about. Sometimes we want to save our friends, or family, or those we love. I can't speak for you, but if I ever love somebody, I never stop loving them. I just learn how to deal with them in a different way. So love never really dies. True love never dies. And so I've had friendships where I'm not as tight with those ones anymore, but I always love them. And the special moments or memories we share will never be forgotten. Now, they might upset me and I might talk smack about these ones. I'll say ish to make myself feel better, but it doesn't change the fact that I still love them, okay? And I'm sure you're the same. Many of you, even when you're forced to separate yourself from family or friends or associates, sometimes you miss them, but you just accept that it's time to move on. And I'm saying to you today that sometimes you have to recognize when it's time to move on, not just physically, but mentally or emotionally from people that you love. And we're going to talk about friendships in this. Sometimes your friends will come to you and they'll tell you that they're asking your opinion. You must know when someone is asking or genuinely asking for your opinion and when they just want you to listen. There are individuals who have already made up their mind. They already decided that they're going to do a particular thing. And when they come to you and they tell you they're asking you for your opinion, they don't want your opinion. They just want to ask you to start saying the things that they're saying. So when they present the love of their life, and when you see the big red flags all over the place, and you might have the courage to try to point it out, they will hate you. They don't want to know the truth. They don't really want your opinion. What they want is your approval. There's a big difference. And so if you're going to say, go ahead, man, and do that thing. Oh, that is so wonderful. Then you will get to see. Nowadays, I'm listening to people when they come to me with their so-called problems. Because a lot of time, it's not a problem. They're just testing you to hear what you have to say. And if they're gung-ho on doing the thing or being with that person, and even though they say, give me your honest opinion, tell me what you think. If you make the mistake of telling them what you think, you will become their enemy. And it's okay if your friend or your family member say you're an enemy, because there's time where people change their mind and they come to their senses and you reconnect. But when they go to a man that they're interested in, especially a man who has ulterior motive, a man who sees her as a cash cow, or him, because men find themselves in these situations too, and then you, on the other hand, is trying to enlighten the person with things that you see. Remember, sometimes when we're not emotionally involved, we're able to see the red flags more than the one who is emotionally involved. And when sex is involved, once the spirit enter into your domain, then it's a whole different thing. People don't think anymore. They can't think rationally. So when they come to you and they're asking you for your opinion, and they already did the do, and their mind is up in a cloud, and you make the mistake of saying, hey, that's a bit concerning, these ones will turn on you and turn against you. That's why I've said in the past that when it comes to man and woman situation, I'm very cautious. Now, best friend, and I still say you're my best friend. I never had someone else that I could call a best friend because of the experiences we've had. And, you know, I know that sometimes when you want to tell your best friend something, you might say it in a way thinking that the person knows you for years and you can just be honest, and you just say it and it causes offense. But the truth is, I'm going to tell you something, best friend, about your boyfriend. And I never told you. I wanted to tell you so badly. But I asked questions and I could see that you were not ready for that conversation. And so I never told you. And I don't really feel bad about it now, but I feel like too bad. We had such an awesome relationship, and yet I couldn't tell you the truth because you were not ready to hear the truth. Now here it is. I rented that space from your boyfriend. You introduced us. And I was going through so much chaos. Now we're talking 14 years ago. So this is no thing that happened yesterday. 14 years ago, after all the turmoil, after all that I was going through, I was 9 months pregnant when I moved into that space. I was ready to deliver my child after all the problems I was encountering prior to that. And so I was happy to find a space that you introduced me to because it was your boyfriend. And when I moved into the space and I saw that your boyfriend had a different girlfriend every night, I wanted to tell you so badly. So I started asking you questions, why you're together, what is it about him, so on, so forth, because I realized you were not ready to have that conversation. And then it came to the point where he was having a birthday party and his wife and one of his other girlfriends was going to be there, but they'd be there on shift because he was so smart. He knew the wife was going to come and leave because she had to go to work. And then he knew the other one was going to come at night. And he didn't want you. You know what he did? He asked me to tell you a lie. And I said, I cannot do that. So you know what his offer was to me? He says, rent a hotel room for the night. And since you're my tenant, and I'm asking you and putting you out of your way, I am going to pay for the room so that my friend doesn't come over. That would be you. And I thought that was the worst thing ever. And when I tried to tell you, you were not ready to have that conversation. So instead of taking his money and going to stay at a hotel, I went to stay at my friend for the weekend. You were not ready for the conversation. So I was not being a bad friend. I was just securing myself. I had to live there. I didn't want to move again. I just had a newborn. I was disabled. And you were not ready to have that conversation. I couldn't tell you and trust that you would guard the fact that I told you. Set that aside for now. For one day when you might listen to this video, my friend. And go back to the people in the world who want this. Leave people, business alone. People have lost their life from people minding their business. Even with the best of intention, you can get hurt. So for all the ladies and all the people who always come out to say, yes, I'm telling my friend, I am not losing my 3 points over nobody's business. I don't care how bad it makes me look. I will ask the question and have them think and do the research for themselves. And if they don't want that, it's none of mine. I have had many experiences with friends whose partner talks to me, and I put those men in their place. But their relationship did not end because I told them. I just stopped coming around. I just stopped. I don't want them coming to my house. One of my daughter's godmother, husband was a louse. He would say flirtatious things to me in front of his wife. I was so uncomfortable. He would ask me all kinds of questions in front of her. And I don't know what to say, because how do you say to your friend, your husband's conversation is inappropriate when she's laughing about it? I remember one day we were taking some things downstairs and he was helping me to bring them. And she was ahead of us to get the car to bring it around to the front. And he said to me, oh, I could just drop her home and come back and spend time with you because you're lonely. I had to put him in his place to say, because I'm lonely doesn't mean I'm loose. Okay? How do I then go to his wife and say to her, your husband is very disrespectful when he's doing it in front of her? So sometimes when people claim that they're in love and they're so blinded by love, you have to learn and know to mind your own business. If they're making inappropriate comments to you, then you can ban them both. If she's a part of and privy to seeing that and not stopping her husband. Because those things are very uncomfortable for someone. And what is joke to somebody, you know what the old folks say, what is joke to one person is death to another. But back to the reasoning, back to the argument where I'm saying some people are just not ready to have that conversation. And so this woman is telling me about the love of her life and all of that. It sounds fantastic. And she says, you know, the creator sent this person to me and to bless me. And I'm so happy. And I said to her, did he? Did the creator send this man to you? Because a lot of times when everything is going good, you say the creator sent the person. And when things start to go sour, you start to say the devil sent him. Make up your mind. Because whatever you say to me right now, as you open your mouth and speak, you're manifesting. You're saying that with all the red flags that you're seeing, you're convinced that the creator sent this man to you. And truthfully, people, this person is so disturbed. He is going to be one of her greatest battles. And I tried to tell her by asking her questions that she brush aside and justify. Because when we get into these relationships, head over heel kind of things, we don't see the signs. Everybody's in love. Everybody wants to be in love. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if being in love to the detriment of your mental health and your physical well-being, then I don't know what to say. I'd rather be without love. So back to the argument. You have to decide if this is your business that you want to take on and to tell people when you see those red flags, when they ask you the question, be honest with me, tell the truth, and you see that this individual is ready to handle the truth. You don't even have to tell these ones anyway. They'll see it for themselves, and they'll come and they'll discuss it, and they'll tell you what their plans are, and then you can listen. But be careful about how you are giving advice to people about their partnership, because when the head hits that pillow, all the things that they said to you remains a secret, and their partner know what you said. And if and when things work out with them, they will turn around and say, you're just jealous, you're just bad mind, or envious of their loving relationship. So, guard yourself and hold the urge to tell people everything that you're thinking. Trust me, in the past, I would just say it as it is. I just don't care. But you know what? It's not that I'm afraid of people. I worry about enmity between me and people, but for my own sanity. So I see things. I feel things in my spirit. I remember going to a wedding, and when I was sitting there that night and I looked at the young couple, oh, the girl was so beautiful and the guy was so handsome. They made such a beautiful couple. And right there in my spirit, it's like someone whispered to me, this will not last a year. And it didn't. But I never said it to anyone. So there are times when you know things and you have to sit on it. I know the urge is there to tell people. Even when I give these prophetic words to people, I see where it causes enmity between those persons, not with me and them, but they're mad with themselves. They're angry with me. And so unless the Spirit send me, I hold on to some of that. Sometimes They only want to hear what they want to hear. And even when you have the courage to tell them the truth, you see them dance around the truth. And they would rather go talk about someone else's problem than face their own situation. So they ask you a question and you says, are you asking me for my honest opinion? They don't want your truth. They want no honest opinion. No. So, but if you start saying, okay, this is what I think, they dance around that and they start talking about other person's situation to tell you how great theirs is. So I warn you, I'm encouraging you, not just in friendships, telling your friends or any relationship you're having with anybody, when they come and say, I have a problem, as soon as they say I have a problem, put up your antenna, because sometimes they don't see it as a problem. They just want to hear your opinion. They just want to hear what you have to think. The same thing is true when, you have plans in your life and you share it with other persons, and someone will come and start asking you a whole bunch of questions and make it seem like they're concerned or interested in your business. They're not interested in your business. Sometimes they're trying to take, your opinions and use them against you or your plans. And sometimes if your plans are similar, they'll make it seem like you're bad mind and you're just jealous of them, and because you want what they have. You're doing all these awful things to them. So even in your best intention, you can become someone's enemy. And so I'm saying, safeguard yourself from these kinds of accusation and let people figure out their own life. They'll work it out. They'll be okay. Stay blessed, everyone.